A lot of people ask me, how can I be more resilient like you? I've spent my whole life struggling to overcome all kinds of things, and I've drawn on different learnings and teachings and reading books and applied things and tried things and pulled out things that work. People want to know, how can I do that? How can my kids be more resilient in today's world? How can my team at work, how can I help them to withstand some of the ups and downs they have to deal with in the world today? So I've been doing a lot of research on micro-resilience. I coined the term micro-resilience in 2011, and I've been pulling together information from neuroscience, positive psychology, psychoneuroimmunology, I just like saying that, psychoneuroimmunology, physiology, all kinds of fields that have information on evidence-based ways we can make small adjustments that help us every day to be more resilient, hour by hour, whether you're at the top of your game or whether you're trying to get back into the game. To be able to do things that help you get through the slings and arrows of daily tough things that we're all dealing with. I travel around the country and around the world as a speaker, and I talk to people about how hard everyone is struggling. And I don't care whether your income is big or small, people are struggling with hard things in today's world, either making ends meet or illness or addiction or changes at work, all kinds of things. And we're actually taking this work, my team at Blue Circle Leadership and I, taking this work to Thailand this year and Japan and Brazil and Dubai. And this is so global. This pressure that we're under, struggling to be more resilient, not just withstanding what's happening to us, but being able to have the skill of being more resilient. So I want to give you a really practical way that you can immediately be more resilient. We've been sharing the idea, along with many other micro-resilience hacks, but the idea of a first aid kit for your attitude. A first aid kit for your attitude. Just like you have a little first aid kit at home or at work in case you get a bruise or a cut or a burn, you can be prepared in case you get a bruise or a cut or a burn to your attitude. When you're having a tough day, if you have an angry customer phone call or a coworker discussion that gets you upset and churning, or if you have a phone call from home that your elderly parent fell down and broke their hip, and I've had that call. If you have your budget cut and all the ramifications of what that's going to do and how hard you're going to have to work, we have things thrown at us every day. And I can't change what's thrown at you, but if I can give you hacks that help you to be less drained by it, you can continue on with the rest of your day. Instead of having something happen and you're so emotionally affected by it that you don't handle that situation well, and then it ripples out into other situations, you can push back. When your attitude takes a hit, you can push back and be stronger in the situation and in your life. So in your first aid kit, you can put pictures of family or loved ones, mementos from a vacation, songs that lift you up. In my first aid kit, I have a note from my mother that says, "Cherish yourself." And it's in her old-fashioned penmanship. And when I see it, it just helps put things in perspective. That something that would bother me and throw me off track, I can get back on track more quickly. That reminder from my mother. So you can put a first aid kit together. Don't just leave it out on your desk because then you stop seeing it after a while. Put it away and take it out when you need it. There's so many people that this has made a difference for. I've talked to kids in 4th grade that can put together a first aid kit. You can help your kids to be stronger. Teams that do this for each other, that give each other items. You need this for your first aid kit. I can tell you're having a bad day, having a shared vocabulary around that. But I remember one woman who was a globe-trotting workaholic, and she was struggling, and she was getting bad leadership reviews. She was too hard on her people. And she started doing this, as well as some other micro-resilience techniques, and it really turned her around. It helped shift her energy, and her team felt better. She was getting better reviews from her team. But the greatest part, she started dating. She hadn't been dating in 4 years, and her energy shifted. She was better for other people, but also better for herself and her relationships. So life pushes on you, but you can push back. You can teach your kids to push back. You can teach your team to push back, and not only do better at work, but do better for yourself and in life. So share the idea of a first aid kit for your attitude and help everyone around you to be stronger. Thank you.